This is Gilbert still on C2C video number 2. Um, Thinking about the situation, if one of my colleagues were to state that the study on psychoanalysis proves hypnosis works in case of multi-personality disorder, um, I would think about a lot of things. I just wouldn't be inclined to take this statement at face value. I would be cautious in looking at it first. I would want to look and think about critical thinking. So when looking at Scriven and Paul in 1997 from the article Define Critical Thinking, they define it as an intellectual process of analyzing and evaluating information as a way to help one think or take action. So that's something I would want to begin my process in doing all of those steps first before just, being in agreement with them. Then also from the article Critical Thinking, Developing Intellectual Traits from Elder and Richard, 1998. It's just a continuous way for us to probe and assess our thinking. So I would want to do that with all those things, and asking questions such as Elder and Richard stated, in this situation, what do I really know? And also, am I really trying to view this from the other person's point of view? I can say that's something, I'm consistently and constantly working on, is making sure that, I am looking at research, I am critical thinking, I'm looking at those sources. How reliable are they and true are they, instead of just going based off of my opinion and looking at all the holistic side of everything. So just continuing into that process, I would want to make sure that I'm being active in the process, being able to look at that research and look at those resources as well. So we had the video of the sources and biases video, and those were able to help me to look into a little bit more details. Is the source named or identified? Is it qualified? Is the reasonable? Is the source? Is it real? Is the experience related to the actual topic that is being presented, which is the multiple personality disorder in this case? How do other people view that source? Looking, awards and recognitions on things that it may have. Is the source impartial? Could there be a conflict of interest? Is there bias within that? So just looking and thinking about all those things, thinking about the definition of critical thinking, and asking those probing questions, but also looking at the sources and if there were any bias before actually making, a statement on what my thoughts are. So really, in conclusion, I would not be inclined to take the statement at face value. I would want to take those steps of having those probing questions and also looking at resources that they possibly may have used and seeing if there were any biases.